Good afternoon, this is Pat Walker at Mission Winners. One of our big foundations is this. It's good to be organized, it's good to be systematized. A major portion of a stock price's movement is related to the industry group that it's in, or the sector that it's in. Leading groups produce leading stocks. Leading sectors produce leading stocks. Lagging groups and sectors don't produce many leading stocks. So we use that as an edge, and we organize and systematize, and one of the ways we can do it, and I share this, is just looking at the ETFs. So here we go. Cloud computing, and we're going to analyze these. Cloud computing lost the 50-day on a slight pickup in volume. It was strong, but it's lost its leadership for this point in time. Just a maxim for all of us, the air is better above a rising 50-day. There you go. It's below the 50-day. Now, am I saying it's over? No, but there's not a lot of power here. Look at the selling on that bar. That's serious selling. Tells you this. Be careful with cloud computing stocks. Next one. Electric drive vehicles. That one's hanging in. A little bit of selling here on Friday, though. It's had a good run. And yeah, we've been involved with some of them. By knowing this, watching this several weeks ago, back in here, when it's starting to pick up, you say, maybe, folks, even here, it's like, hey, there's some tops here. Maybe this is something I need to look at. And look at it go. Maybe back here, I should look at some electric drive vehicles. There you go. And yeah, we've had some, and they've made good moves. And I hope you have too. Just organize and systematize. Dow Jones Internet's just kind of chopping around here. Internet, just chopping around. Something to remember. IBD 50 still hanging in there. That's good to say. This ETF is a great proxy for the, market leaders. And it's just going sideways, okay? There was some serious selling on that bar, though, last week. Something to take into consideration. It needs to start to lift up here, all right? Gold miners hanging in there. That's fine. Something to remember. Gold miners. Gold hanging in there, although there was selling, pretty heavy volume, selling on Friday and on Tuesday. So be aware of that. Maybe losing a little leadership. Cybersecurity losing some leadership here too. It's not the end of the world, but it was really strong and it's pulling back here a little bit. Biotech is dead. Leave it alone. It's just, there's nothing happening there. Don't say, oh man, this is the bottom. Why play that game? Why don't we look for strength and plow into that instead of trying to pick bottoms? That's like an ego deal. Online retail, lagging. Look at this. Nothing happening there. North American technology, still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. Nice to see. Remember that. North American technology. Things to look at. Dow Jones Medicine, just going sideways. Had good volume here. Takes out these tops. That would be good to see. IHI, you might want to see what the top 10 stocks are in that group. However, there was serious selling on that bar. Things to be aware of. Mid-cap, iShares, mid-cap, hanging in there, mid-cap. Trend is still up. A little bit of selling, trend is up. Home builders, strong. Look at that. Growth, look at this. And by the way, look at this. Own many big name tech stocks and MAXLIST stocks. That's my note. And yeah, we own some MAXLIST stocks. Made a video on it. Small cap still hanging in there, but lost a little bit of its leadership. Was really strong. Fell below the 20-day on a pickup in volume. The 21-day EMA, Lost some leadership. Something to remember. Airline stocks. What does this tell you? Last week, what was it telling you? Stay away from me. Stay away. And if you had, you avoided this. And that hurts. But by watching the charts, analyzing, you said, I'm not buying airline stocks. You would have said that last week. You stayed away from them. Good job. Regional banking still hanging in there. That's good to see. Biotech, stay away. I don't mean to gloss over it, but look, there's nothing there. Leave it alone. Done. Move on. Mid-caps hanging in there, but lost a little bit of power here. Still above the rising 20-day, so that's good to see. Metaverse. This is rallying up. It's been strong. You could look at when this was going up here, back in here. You could have looked and said, gosh, I wonder what they own. All you have to do is click on META and you'll find the top 10 holdings. You could have done it, and that helps you find where to go with money. Oil services, don't need to stay away. Don't overthink it. Stay away. That's it. Done. Move on. Online retail, that's kind of languishing here, okay? It's below a falling 200-day. Be careful with that. Software, this was really strong, but look at how it's lost its leadership. Software, watch out for some of the software stocks. Here's QLD. Look at this. What does that tell you? QLD is strong. Yeah, what is the QLD? NASDAQ 100, the big mambo stocks. When I say QLD, you know what I think? MAXLIST. The MAXLIST. I love those stocks. If I only had one list to look at, only one group of stocks to get involved with, it'd be the MAXLIST that I developed years ago. There we go. QQQ, great. NASDAQ 100. Retailing, look at this. Here's a valuable lesson for it. It's like, boy, things look bad, man. The economy's bad, and blank, 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 and all this stuff that's going on. Yeah, and retail is going. I can have an opinion, or I can look at the chart and say, retail's good, find some retailing stocks. There you go. Another cloud computing, losing a little bit of power here, but it's still above the 21-day, or right at the 21-day moving average. Trend is still up, but it has lost a little bit of power. Something to remember. Silver, below the 200-day, stay away. Done. Steel, look at this. What does this tell you? Stay away. Just, oh, maybe it's going to bottom here. Why play the maybe game? There's nothing going on here. Stay away from steel. Done. Semiconductors, what does this tell you? Maybe I should be looking at some semiconductors. And maybe you should have been looking at semiconductors. Just by knowing this, team, just looking at this and seeing this do this tells you, hey, I need to look at semiconductor stocks. Yes. And look at that. That's power. We love that. Leveraged one. There you go. Same thing. Spiders hanging in there. S&P 500's hanging in there. That's fine. The trend is still up. A little bit of distribution here on Friday. Have to watch it. SSO, the leveraged one, still hanging in there. That's fine. Solar's hanging in there. Look at that. Broke out. Solar. What does that tell us? Real quick, it says, I guess I can look at some solar stocks. There you go. Done. Small cap, losing a little bit of its power. Okay? Still trending up, but just like IWM, losing a little bit of its power. Uranium. That's a unique niche, isn't it? Uranium, still trending up. Support on the 50-day. Starts to lose the 50-day, I'd be cautious. But it's still trending up. Oil, look at this. Oil, it's losing leadership. Stay away from oil. Done. Aerospace and defense. For a long time. What has this been saying for a long time? For months. For months. Don't buy aerospace defense stocks. Done. There's power there. Home builders. What has this done? What has this been saying? You might want to look at some home building stocks. And it's said that for a while. Look at that. Just get in line with it. That's what I like. That's what we do here. Materials. How do you build things? How do you build houses with materials? Connect the dots. That's good. Energy, just hanging in there. Had a good run. Not the end of the world. A little bit of selling here on Friday. Financials. What does this tell you? That lost some power here, folks. Be careful with the financials. There we go. Industrials, still hanging in. A little bit of selling here on Friday. Technology. What does this tell you? Folks, really, what does this tell you? I think it's okay to look at technology stocks. Yes, and we knew that. We knew that as this was going on. So what are we heavy in? And you can ask the VIPs. They'll tell you. We are in technology. We're in cutting edge stuff. There you go. Good work. Consumer staples, hanging in, lost a little bit of power this week though. See that? There's some selling there. Consumer staples. You might want to punch up XLP and see what their leading stocks are. The top 10 holdings and say, God, I got to watch this. Make sure if I own one of these, I got to be a little careful. That's power for you. Utilities, just going sideways. Utilities, not an exciting thing, but it does tell you that maybe they're looking for yield. There you go. Consumer discretion, look at this. The consumer is dead. COVID is wrecking everything. Yeah, there you go. Sure. Opinions don't pay. Knowing what's going on in the charts and applying it pays. There you go. So let's take a look at the MAXLIST stocks. Apple, big stock, big name stock, MAXLIST stock, running, good job. Amazon, big name stock, MAXLIST stock. Look at that baby go. Is that a thing of beauty? Excuse me, we were missing a day here. Here's this. Let's go back here and get this right. There we go. Okay. Got to refresh this chart. My apologies. There we are. Reversal there. Still strong, but a reversal. What did we do in that? We sold some into strength. There you go. Alibaba is just dead. And have we talked about Alibaba? Have we had this on the key list for months? No. Why? Watch this. Remember I talk about it's better to be above the 200-day? Look at this. Way back here. That's it. For now, we just leave it alone. You say it might bounce. Why play the might game? I'd rather play the game of probabilities and look for better stuff. BIDU, sister stock, lame. Forget it. Facebook runs right up to that line and backs right off, as you can see. That's poor action right here. Now, look what it did Friday. MAXLIST stock, big name stock, another one. It's like QQQ's going up and dang near everything else is dropping. We look for the QQQ stuff, but we also note that it's narrower. It's the NASDAQ 100. Other than that, there's not a lot of good stuff going on. Got to remember that. Facebook, maybe near these tops, could be good. Google reverses right here. Let me refresh this real quick. My apologies. This one reversed. We tried it. Small. By the way, did you notice how we control risk? We never buy a full position at the beginning. Oh, this is it. I normally, buy 200, 300, 400 shares. I'm buying it all. No, you ease in, you ease out. I'll do this so we can see it better. So we just have to wait till it takes out. By the way, see, I already have the price alert set. We'll have to watch this and see what happens. Okay. Goldman Sachs. How's that look to you? Bad. For those that don't remember, I will tell you, we bought this on this bar and we sold it on this bar. Go back and look at your time in sales. You'll see what I'm talking about. See the volume pick up on the selling? We sold it for a very small loss. And since then, it's fallen another 30 points. But we're out of it. That's the way to manage it. Good job. MasterCard. Lagging. Poor action here. Below the 200-day, there's nothing to do with it. You see that volume bar there, that selling? Just leave it alone. Microsoft. Look at this. It's still working. We've sold some. Look at the trend. Big name stock, big NASDAQ. Netflix has been awesome for us, and it's still working. By the way, please don't take this as a pep talk or Pat's thumping his chest talk or any of that. That's bogus. No, I'm just looking at what's happening and reporting it, analyzing it with an objective mind. That's all. Next one. I'm going to make sure that chart's refreshed. Bear with me. Yeah, there we go. Better. Support on the ADMA. Good sells. Starts to lose the 21. What do? Maybe sell some more. Lock in some more good profits. We'll see. It'll tell us what to do. Day charts. No big deal. We're about done here. NVIDIA. Refresh this. Look at this and this. And look at that run. Look at the walk up the moving averages. Look at the walk up the trend line. You don't have to overthink it. Here's the beautiful thing. Good portion of you own this, okay? You're letting it work. There are many people that missed this run. Some of you caught it, and that's good, at the right spots. Let it work. There's no edge in chasing up here. Be careful with that for right now, okay? Square. It's below the 50-day. That's falling. It's below the 200-day. There's nothing to do with it. You just have to leave it alone. Tesla, another big name MAXLIST stock. Starting to pick up again. Take it down to 30-minute. You want to see something neat? It's going sideways. This is like real-time stuff, folks. It's going sideways. It's like, gosh, I guess if it takes out these tops, the highs here, look at this. The high here, here, and here. I'm going to draw it for you. This is the stuff we do. Get that right. There it is. Just go inside with I guess if it takes out that line, that would be pretty good, Pat. Oh, gee whiz. Look at that. And look at the volume pickup. Isn't that nice? There you go. And that's the way it works. That was yesterday. You know what I call that? Sweet potato pie. I'm thinking about contacting Elon Musk and saying, your next vehicle, the color of it should be sweet potato pie. I wonder if he'd go for that. Anyway, good run, gang. Good job. We're going to let it work and see what happens. Twitter, nothing. Nothing. Leave it alone. Visa, nothing. Here's Visa, all right? Wicked. What's the sister stock to Visa? MasterCard. Nothing. That's how you connect the dots. Anyway, that's the MAXLIST review for everybody so that we have an overview on where big money's going and areas to avoid. And there's power. There is tremendous power in knowing where money is going, and there's tremendous power in knowing where money is leaving. Isn't it? There we go. That's what we do, and I hope it helps you.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.